Hi guys, welcome to Indie Game Hustle. In this video, we're going to take a look at our drawing tools. We're going to take a look at the line tool, the rectangle tool, and the disc tool. All right, so I have a mesh here, and this is going to be a pretty quick video. So basically, we're going to take the line tool and select it. And what we can do is create basically a line from one vertex to the next. So we can click and drag. And then what I can do is actually, if I want to go and create an X across here, I can click and drag all the way across here. And what you notice, it creates a point in the center. I'm going to go and click on the escape key to release this. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and select my vertex tool and show that now we can actually manipulate this point just like so. Now this is great if you have a mesh and you need to connect different points to create a different layout or for your lines and things like that on your mesh, just to have a better topology, things like that. So you will use the line tool to help with that. All right. The next thing we're going to do is have the rectangle tool. So I'm going to go back into object mode. And what I'll do is go click on the rectangle tool, and then we have our rectangle tool. All right, so now we have this rectangle here. Now, of course, it's the rectangle tool, but of course you can manipulate this to be pretty much any shape or whatever you need it to be. And on top of that, when you do have a rectangle tool, we can also manipulate it to increase its segments. So if you need to make something like a face or whatever you need to do with it, you can do that as well. Something else to keep in mind, another way you can use it is, say you have this object here, and say we want to use the rectangle tool to do this. You can do something like this. All this is doing is just allowing you to use this mesh as a placement of where you might need it. And so for instance, maybe I don't want so many segments. Maybe I want something like this. And so what I could do is go ahead and go into my face selection, and because it's already in the position, you can still do extrudes. You can still do some cool things using this. And you just have a separate piece and you can kind of approach it that way. So that's our rectangle tool. And the last piece is going to be the disc tool, which is very similar to the rectangle tool. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that out. And as you can see, you can increase the segments as needed. You can go as round, or you can have it to be more like that. We'll go with 12, it's pretty good. You can still do X-ray mode on everything. We don't really need to use that, but that's there. And that's pretty much it. And what's great about this, you can still use the line tool on these if you needed to do something like this. Not saying you would need to do that, but you could. And as you can see, now that we have these different pieces and we use the line tool, we can actually use that to kind of do something like this. It's kind of up to you how you want to utilize that, but just understanding how the tools work allows you to use your imagination and model something for your project. So that is pretty much the basics of using the line, the rectangle, and the disc tool. I'll see you guys in the next video.